An irrevocable trust will protect your assets from Medicaid. And it has some advantages and disadvantages from a life estate. So let's do that. An irrevocable trust, you cannot be the trustee. So let's say you pick your kids. I have a Nicholas, I have a Ryan, I have a Rebecca. I love them. Sometimes. Let's say I pick my 3 kids as trustees. I could have 1, I could have 2, I could have 3. I don't have to have any of them. I could have somebody else. I got to pick somebody. But if you don't trust your kids to be trustee, why are you trying to save all this for them in the first place? But let's say that's what you want to do. You pick, let's say in my case, Lawrence Davidow wants to save his house. I create the Lawrence Davidow Irrevocable Trust, and I put Nicholas, Ryan, and Rebecca in as my trustees. I do a new deed to my house. I transfer it into the Lawrence Davidow Irrevocable Trust. 5 years later, my house is protected. The trust says I have the absolute right to live in that house for the rest of my life. Nobody can kick me out. Nobody can sell the house out from under me. You keep all your property tax exemptions. At death, you still avoid probate, because irrevocable trusts avoid probate as well, and you still get that step up in tax basis. It does everything that the life estate did. What was the problem with the life estate, though? If you tried to sell the house while you're alive, you'd have all these tax and other problems. The irrevocable trust solves that particular problem, because if you give your consent, the trustees can sell the house. The trust will sell the house. The trust will get the money. You keep your $250,000 capital gain exclusion. We can sell the house at any time. Nothing, you won't pay taxes. The trust will continue to protect the money in the trust, and the trust can buy you another house. Can buy you into that 55 and older community, whatever it is. Or move to Florida, whatever you want to do. The trust sells the house, the trust buys the next house. No new 5-year look back. They only get one bite of the apple. When you put the first house in, that starts the 5 years. That house gets sold, it doesn't start a new 5 years all over again. So you go to your kids, sell that house, I'm ready to move. And the kids say, no way. We want this house, we're keeping this house, we refuse to sell it, Mom. Well, what can Mom do? Well, I want you to know, while you can't revoke the irrevocable trust, I do reserve for you the right to change the trustees at any time. You also have the right to change the beneficiaries of the trust at any time. So if your children forget your birthday, if you didn't like your Father's Day present this year, you can change the beneficiaries among your children and grandchildren at any time. If you can change the beneficiaries and you can change the trustees, who is in control of this trust? You are. That's why it's popular, because it's so friendly to you. Yet you protect your house and other assets for your kids. So the other benefit of trust over a life estate is not only can you save your house, but you could put CDs in there, you could put annuities in there, you could put mutual funds in there, money market, whatever you want to protect. But let me also make something perfectly clear. Yes, you could put every dime you have into the trust and you could protect it all 5 years later. But that's not what this is about. The best question is not how much you're going to put in the trust. The best question is how much you want to keep in your name to feel independent and secure for the rest of your life. It's not about saving every dime for the kids. It's about a balance. Balance. It's all about balance. You might want to protect something for your kids, and you want to protect something for yourself. Leave enough money for yourself. You're going to keep your pension. You're going to keep your Social Security. You're going to keep all your retirement plans and all the minimum distributions from them. How much more do you need? 100,000? 50,000? 500,000? Pick your number. Whatever you're comfortable with, and then everything else you put in the trust. And then my question is, if you put those assets in the trust, will it change your life? If the answer is, you know what, it wouldn't really change my life in any way, then I think that is appropriate. That's how I want you to approach it.